All right, let's jump right in. We're asking a pretty huge question today. When you chat with an AI, what is actually going on in there? Is it really thinking or is it something else? Let's figure it out.
Okay, just listen to this for a second. An AI wrote that. I mean, it's poetic, it sounds profound, it sounds almost human. It really gives you that feeling that there's some kind of deep cosmic mind on the other side of the screen, right?
And that's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? Is it thinking the way you and I think? Does it actually understand what a galaxy is or feel the beauty of starlight? Or is it just stringing together some very impressive words? To answer that, we really have to pull back the curtain on what is, essentially, an incredible magic trick. So let's start by breaking down this illusion of thought. This right here, this is the single most important idea to wrap your head around. AI isn't a thinking brain. It's basically the world's most powerful autocomplete. I'm serious. Think autocomplete on steroids. It's not understanding your question. It's just predicting the most statistically likely response, one single word at a time. Now, this process sounds simple, but the scale is just mind-boggling. The AI looks at your prompt, and then it calculates the probability for, like, thousands of possible next words based on all the data it's been trained on. It picks the one with the highest score, adds it to the sentence, and then does the entire calculation over again for the word after that, and on, and on, and on. And you know what? This explains why AI always sounds so darn confident, even when it is completely wrong. It's not expressing confidence because it knows something is true. Nope. It is simply serving up the sequence of words that its math has determined has the highest chance of sounding like a correct answer. So, how in the world does it calculate all those probabilities? Okay, let's try to peek inside the prediction engine and see what's actually happening in that infamous black box. It really boils down to a few key things. It all starts with pattern recognition on a scale we can barely comprehend, finding these tiny statistical links in billions of texts and images. It then uses those patterns to calculate probabilities and make its predictions. And the whole thing is powered by what we call neural networks. These are layers of algorithms, kind of inspired by the brain, that strengthen the connections between ideas the more they appear together in the data. Now, here's the wild part. Even the people who build these incredible systems don't always know exactly how an AI arrived at a specific answer. The internal process is just so complex, with so many hidden layers of math, that it's often called a black box. We know the input, we see the output, but that journey in the middle, it can be a complete mystery. And get this idea might bend your brain a little. The AI might not even be thinking in English. Some research suggests these advanced models convert our questions into a kind of abstract universal language of concepts. It understands the idea of oppositeness or size as a mathematical relationship, and then it just translates that concept back into whatever human language we used. Pretty wild, right? So this brings us to the crucial comparison: AI versus the human brain. This is really where the difference between simulating thought and actually understanding becomes crystal clear. And this example just illustrates the difference perfectly. An AI is an absolute master of finding correlations. It can easily look at data and say, hey, when ice cream sales go up, shark attacks also go up. But a human understands why. We get causation. We know there's a third factor, summer heat, that's causing both. AI really struggles with that why. I mean, when you put them side by side like this, the differences are just stark. Consciousness. For an AI, that's a big zero. For us, we're self-aware. That causal reasoning, the why, AI is limited to just finding patterns, while for humans, that's one of our superpowers. And learning, current AI is very task-specific, whereas our brains are these amazing general-purpose learning machines. So the takeaway here is absolutely fundamental. AI is a master of simulation. It simulates conversation, it simulates creativity, it simulates intelligence, but, and this is a big but, it doesn't possess consciousness, it doesn't feel emotions, and it has no lived experience. It has never felt the warmth of the sun or the sting of a scraped knee. Which brings us to our final section, and what is really the most accurate way to think about AI right now, as an incredibly sophisticated tool, but not as a mind. Yeah, it's also so important to realize that every single AI you've ever interacted with is what we call narrow AI. It's designed for a very specific job. The whole sci-fi idea of an artificial general intelligence, or AGI, a single AI with human-like intelligence across all domains, that remains purely theoretical. We are not there yet. So if you remember just one thing from all this, let it be this. AI is a powerful mathematical calculator. It operates on probability and pattern matching to simulate human thought. It is not an understanding, sentient mind. It's a tool. A revolutionary one for sure, but a tool nonetheless. And that leaves us with a final fascinating question to chew on. We've established that today's AI is a simulation, but this technology is moving forward at an incredible rate. So what happens when that simulation becomes so perfect, so flawless, that it's completely indistinguishable from the real thing? What then?